Good evening. This is something short that I've written, and it's my response to the idiots in the Abrahamic religions of today. Breaking the tablets, a revolution of life. God blessed the hands of Moses when he threw down the tablets, when he dispersed to the earth the written inscription of the 10 most important rules of life, when the hypocrisy of his own people caused him to smash the written exoteric and to break through as the human law, as the man that sees sense and understands how reality works. God bless him for stepping through the crack of the broken tablets, presumably, and splitting apart rock from rock as he split wave from wave. Moses was the first iconoclast to break the icon of nature and the icon of exoteric literalism, the very definition of man who brings the law by his own presence of body and soul. For if written word will not work, then the power of the educated sage who breaks the writing will. As the Muslim and Christian civilizations keep rotating around the false idol of the exoteric I, Moses will descend over and over again to repel them from truth because of their contamination of it by breaking the markings of the law before their own eyes. Oh, how much love do we owe to the one who sees with both eyes, of the exoteric and the esoteric, who does not transcend law or spirit, but transcends with both of them. How blessed is the rare saint and reasonable man, who in the darkness and tumult of the world's betrayal, dares to break the very law that he reiterates and establishes to show the lost sheep who the law is presented by. And how disgraceful are those who attempt to extinguish the light of God, those whose calf is the swallowing of words of haram and halal instead of establishing their right. Woe to those who circulate the satanic gift of security in their own homes while an unfulfilled eros holds its reins on their bridle. And how great are those whose riding beast, the ego, is calmed by the firm grip of his life and his death. Of he who saw Thanatos and Eros as a cycle of direction to God, and not as something that prevents him from life. Those whose calf is the lowered tongue that quotes the Bible, the one who does not breathe life but betrays Christ by speaking in words with no tongue and no heart. The one whose heart is in accordance with God will speak in tongues of beauty, and the one whose heart is corrupt will speak in the tongues of repetition and stagnation. Rock-like death is his ally, even the death angel, or the angel of death, would renounce him. He would hesitate to take his life, as his death would approve of a life devoid of movement and ascendance. The angel of death would weep tears for those who have ruined the safeguarded gift entrusted to him because of the false ones whose constant speech about truth and goodness is death. A tyranny of a pharaoh whose throne is the seat of the scholar, and whose scepter is the quill of the scholar, and whose magic is the rhetoric of a scholar. Outwardly he is a sage, and inwardly the worst of creation. Thus spake the inward truth of man, whose protrudence is the breaking of idols by God's will.